Hey, two viewers, TJ Pyramid here. Good old Joe. Sat down last night, wanted to watch a movie, so I picked The Battery, a movie I've been waiting a couple of years for. I actually kind of forgot about it because I thought it had just come out and I missed it and it was off my radar for a while, but then it just popped up at Walmart and I was like, there it is. So I popped it in and watched it. Stars Jeremy Gardner and Adam Cronheim, and Jeremy Gardner is actually the writer and director, and he plays Ben, and of course the other guy, well, he plays Mickey. They're both former baseball players. I imagine like, amateur type baseball players. And, well, there's a zombie apocalypse. And it's basically just the two of them on foot most of the time, kind of traveling from house to house. And really kind of getting to know each other because he was more of the star, like when they were actually playing baseball, and he was always kind of in the bullpen, kind of in the back. So they didn't really know each other that well, but through the course of the movie, they get to know each other pretty damn well. Um, what I really liked about this film, well, the music is right up there. The music is just really, really fits this film. It's not your typical zombie-style music. There's some actual songs in this that are really catchy, really fun to kind of get stuck in your head, and carries through the movie. And this is definitely not a zombie film for people that just want to see nothing but gut-munching, blood-spewing, stuff of that nature. It's just not that type of zombie film. It's more a little bit more laid back, a little bit more subtle. There are a lot of zombies in this film. There's baseball bats to the head. At one point in the film, Mickey is covered in blood because he just took out this zombie. There's slutty zombies. And this guy here sees the slutty zombie, and, well, he's like, oh, well, there's no other real women alive, so, I'm gonna do a little something. Yeah. There's shotgun blasts to the head. So, there's definitely violence in this, not extreme amounts of gore. And, so they're just basically traveling, and they're really getting tired of traveling, going from house to house. Ben never wants to stay anywhere too long because, they don't want to get trapped in a house, because when the movie starts, you find out that they were trapped in, like, this house for, like, 3 months, and they couldn't get out, and finally they got out. Uh, and Mickey, after they find these walkie-talkies in, like, this store, they're kind of talking to each other on the walkie-talkies, and they pick up this other radio conversation of these people talking. So Mickey wants to be like, hey, can you help us? We need help. I don't know how much longer I can do this. And the girl on the other end, Annie, says, hey, no, stay away. Don't come near us. And Mickey can never really get that out of his head. He wants to go where these people are because they seem safe wherever they're at. So they're kind of traveling along. They eventually find this station wagon that's nice. It has the keys in it and stuff. So they're driving that, and things progress and things happen later in the movie to cause them to have to basically live and stay within the back of this station wagon, eating their canned chicken, their canned tuna. Their water supply is very limited, and their station wagon is just surrounded by zombies. And there's another little something that happens. Well, why don't they just start the car up and drive off? Well, something happens to where they lose the keys. Somewhere while they're in this car, their keys are out here in the field somewhere, and they're not quite sure where. So they're trapped for who knows how many days. You never really realize how many days they're actually trapped in the back of this car. They're getting drunk to entertain themselves. They're throwing cards to see who can make it into their catcher's mitt, doing what they can to basically keep their sanity and stay cool. And eventually it comes down to the point of like, hey, one of us needs to do something. But something's happened to one of them to where one of them basically kind of has to volunteer because the other one is just not physically capable. I won't tell you what that is, but yeah. So, needless to say, the ending of this film, kind of heartbreaking because you do get to know these guys pretty well and how they interact and how their relationship builds throughout the film. And when things get towards the end and bad stuff, really bad stuff starts to happen, you're kind of like, oh, you kind of feel for the guys. But I really, really enjoyed this. The music, the acting is just brilliant in this. I think these two guys just pull it off flawlessly. As especially Mickey with the desperation. You can just feel his desperation of like he just wants to quit this. He wants to get somewhere safe and not have to deal with all these zombies. He's tired of it. And Ben always gets kind of pissed at Mickey because Ben's the one, he keeps like this list of who killed how many zombies, and Ben's list is like massive, and there's like a couple under Mickey's, so Ben's kind of getting frustrated, like, I always got to watch our backs, I always got to do something, and he's getting tired of that. But really, really well done. Definitely not your typical zombie film at all. Really, really enjoyable. Like I said, great music, great acting, a really cool ending. So I just really like this film. If you're a fan, like I said, of zombie films, it's nothing but gore, 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 gore. You probably won't like this. But if you're a fan of zombie films and you want to kind of see some not typical standard fare of zombie films, and I think you're going to be in the same boat as me, you're really going to enjoy this. So yeah, check out The Battery. It's well worth owning, well worth watching. The fantastic making of The Battery, 90 minutes long. It's a beautiful making of contained on this disc that talks about the earlier films that they made, how they split apart, how they got back together, knowing they could make a film. Goes into some really good details, interviews, just really well done. The kind of making of I like as a special feature here. So yeah, definitely check out The Battery. Hella good, hella fun. There we go. There's my review on The Battery. Comment, subscribe, spread the word, and cheers. Watch The Battery. It's fun.